National.
I got you again. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. It's me, Mr. B, my right hand man, Pat Lawless. Guys, we're talking the transfer boost. The transfer boost. We're talking takeover boost. We've got a player that we can't pronounce, beginning with K and ending in K. What's his name? What's his name, Pat?
Kim Kardashian, apparently, is it?
That'll do. We're going to be calling him KK in the game because none of us can pronounce his surname. And look, Antony's missing again, guys. This is the Man United agenda. Let's get the show on the road. First things first, Pat. Let's say howdy to those guys in the chat, please.
Yeah, we will indeed. So we want to say a big up to Glenn in the chat there, giving a big up, guys. We have Limble Stewart saying, good day, good evening, lads. We have Matty Bass saying, evening all. How you doing, Matty? And then he's saying, big up to everyone in the chat. We have our man, Bill Baggio. Bill. We have Andy Tate in there saying, Mr. BT, send me a link and I will come on. Will indeed.
Thank you, because I'll be honest, Andy, just the last thing you need to be telling me, mate. I have no idea about cutting and pasting. I take a picture and I send it to. So, Pat, could you do the honors on that for me, please, man?
You just give me a minute. I'll get Andy on now in 1 second. Right?
No
so you
problem,
fly the flag there for a second while I act all cool.
Yeah,
when I,
yeah.
Pretend like you know what I'm doing. You know? A little bit of a technical difficulty here, you know what I mean?
Get your finger out your nose again, yeah? Guys, before Andy comes on, look, we've got we'll talk about this. Obviously UEFA are considering a rule change. Andy, we're gonna get that link sent out to you, big man. Now I don't know if this is a little, obviously Qatar had the World Cup just now. And obviously we all thought that that was a situation that couldn't happen, having two teams in the Champions League. It now looks to me, well, to everybody out there, that there might be a change. Seferin told the Overlap that we're not just thinking about Man United only. We've had 5 or 6 owners in the last few years who want to buy another club. It's something that we will have to do. It's something that we will have to think about. Obviously, I'm not going to say it's good news for Man United in a way, with the ruling, but how long will it take? Is it something that can be ratified before our new owners come in, or the new owners bid to do the takeover? Because obviously we know that what's his name? Radcliffe is supposed to be flying in on Friday. If it's not tomorrow, it should be Friday.
Let them fight it out in the car park, Mr. B. Once we get a new owner, I don't care who it is, Colonel Sanders. Once we get somebody,
you really don't care. You're really not bothered if it's one or the other, as long as they're out. Yeah.
Yeah. Look. Is it a case of at this stage it can't be anything worse than what we got, isn't it?
Good point.
How much worse can it get? Like Eric Ten Hag's in there smiling and doing his press conferences, and who's the players he's brought in? He's brought in Sabista and a fella from Burnley. Now, lo and behold, you've all done a great job.
He's not from Burnley. He's from Besiktas.
All right. So sorry, Besiktas, Burnley, and he came from. It was like, I'm not going to try and embarrass myself now. I think it was Frankfurt or something he came from, or I can't remember. But
Kerwin,
here's trouble now.
We've heard that beep. Kerwin, we will discuss this topic. So I'm gonna start that, and middle of the show, our next topic, that'll be we'll throw that in the pipeline. But good evening, kind sir. How are we?
Hello, Madrid. Hey. Hello, Madrid. Yeah.
Good What's evening, the crack, guys. Andy? How are you?
I'm all right, mate. Yeah. I'm all set for. Let decimate them. Let's have 7 for Real Madrid tonight. Yeah, let's have 7.
You take that, yeah?
Or what's that famous song? I got 5 on it. We might do another one of them.
We've got, see, look, we lose Solo for a couple of weeks, and look, we've still got the karaoke guys. We've still got the karaoke guys. Andy,
Yeah, Solo's training, innit? Yeah.
we were just discussing UEFA maybe changing the rules to allow teams to have certain
Same owners in the
multiple
Champions
owners.
League.
Yeah. What you thinking? What are your thoughts?
Well, if Red Bull Leipzig are in the Champions League, there's another Red Bull team, isn't there, in the Austrian league? Salzburg, Leipzig, they're both Red Bull. They're the same owners, basically. So if they played each other in a Europa Conference or the Europa League, I don't see a problem with that. So it shouldn't be a problem in the Champions League.
That is true.
But
they are sponsored by Red Bull. They say it's the same organisation, but they make it technical, don't they? Different directors. Like, he's not director of that club. They're two different directors, but you're working for the same club. So on the pitch, they're not going to interfere, are they? It's just playing a football match. So I don't see any problems.
And it doesn't matter. It comes with all businesses. Like, for all we know, you're looking at massive sports chains, like anything like Nike or Adidas, and you wouldn't know. For all we know, any of these sports chains could be all financed by the one.
Oh yeah.
By the one
Man
person.
City.
So
Man City have got Melbourne, haven't they? Yeah, Man City have got Melbourne and New York City. The chances of them playing in a league match are pretty remote.
Here's a question from Glenn. He's read that there's 8 different parties wanting to buy the club, but the Qatar group are the favourites. Now, I've only heard of Radcliffe, obviously the Qataris, the Elliott boys, who we don't want them nowhere near them. And I did read something about the people who have an investment in Crystal Palace maybe taking them and looking to take a minority stake. What are the 8? Has anybody heard of who the others are?
That's the first I've heard.
As in the other people who are coming to have a chance of buying the club?
Yeah. Jesus
Christ, I don't know who the other ones are. Look, we've heard of all the normal ones we've heard of. I don't know where 8 could come from. But this
There's
is where
a lot of silent parties, isn't there? There's a lot of silent parties who do not want their identities revealed for fear of retribution from the fan base.
Okay.
So it'd be like that. It's like, right, if they get in if they get defeated under the table, then they announce themselves, we couldn't budge them. But if it came out, they're in the process, like you say, the fan base, social media, you email them, you bombard them, like, don't want you there, don't you dare touch my football club. You know, it happens, doesn't it? We're doing it before Christmas as well.
This one from Michael here. Could you read this one, Pat, for me? You know my eyes ain't great, mate.
Yeah. Some are judge hedge funds. I think 4 are interested in buying outright. Qataris are favourites still. So, like, you're bound to have 1 or 2 people in there trying to drive the price up.
Yeah,
to ensure the Glazers
just want an investment back later, wouldn't they?
Well, yeah, so, I'm sure the Glazers probably have somebody in there driving the price up, so they get it, and they'll give them a percentage the higher the price goes up. You know.
I don't think they're going to get the money that they want, though. That's 6 billion. They're not. I don't even think they're going to get close.
This is how Mike Ashley was playing Russian roulette. You know what I mean? First time he messed up, didn't he? Because he was stringing the Saudis along. First time, and it got quashed, and he was dragging it out. I'm interested maybe in selling. Then it fell through, and he got a backlash. Second time around, he just sold, didn't he? He sold them. Just like that. So it's about timing, isn't it? It's about timing.
Yeah.
I tell you what is about timing. Our injuries, for whatever reason, we've got players who seem to be out every week or every couple of weeks, and I mean, we don't even know. All right, maybe it's good that we don't know what the injuries are, but look, Antony's out again. We discussed it yesterday about Palestri, hopefully starting. instead of him. I think he deserves it. Andy, what are your thoughts on Palestri starting if Antony's out? Well, when and now that Antony's out.
Yeah, well, I would definitely, because Garnacho's out as well for don't know how long. So, and nice bit of skill last week from Palestri, which led to Veghorst's goal. So, yeah, nice, energetic, running at players. You can play the ball in, go for it, because every player's going to get a chance now with injuries, with suspensions. Just let the boy play. We haven't got a winger. It's like Rashford on the wing, maybe. Glass ankles, Martial maybe back tomorrow. So I don't know. I would let Palestri play.
I think it's a no-brainer now, Andy, with Garnacho out of the frame. So he has to have that young lad who's up and coming and working his way off the bench. So it's if Garnacho injured, I think it's now Palestri's time to
give him
shine.
again, because you've always got Sancho to replace him. Let him play from the start. If he's not working, or you start with Sancho, then like Sancho's played well, we're in a good position, then you bring on Palestri. So right, you've got 45 minutes. We just have to navigate that first 45 minutes. That's all we have to do. We go in, like say, if it's 0-0 or we're a goal to the good, we're all right, we're in control. It's just like Barcelona away. Navigate that first 45 minutes and you give yourself a hell of a chance. That's all it is. Because they've got a 41-year-old up front. They've got a 40-year-old goalkeeper. No disrespect.
You say 41 like he's old. I'm thinking, okay, 41's not bad, to be fair. But yeah, I understand where you're coming from in professional footballing terms.
I say that's 41 in La Liga. That's impressive. I've heard of goalies playing till that 40, Buffon. Yeah, I think he's still going Buffon in Serie A.
Is he still playing?
Serie B? Yeah, I think he's still playing Buffon. Yeah, I think it's second division. But I've never heard of a 41-year-old striker. Wow, I mean that's immense, and I'd take my hat off to him.
Yeah,
but we should see it. I mean, it looks a fantastic ground. The atmosphere is going to be electric, because it's like you say, it holds about 45 to 50,000 Real Betis, and they, like you say, their fans were fighting last week at Old Trafford. So
what the hell was that about?
Yeah, because when we scored the second, when Antony made it 2-1, they started fighting with the stewards. They took the belts off, started whacking the stewards who went in. And there was a steward who was severely beaten up. And it took the police best part of 10 minutes to get in. So we all know how the police got come. We'll let the stewards handle it, then we'll go in. So, they got him out. But, a Man United steward took a severe beating. That's what I heard over the weekend.
Oh, shit. Could we go through some of these comments, please, Pat? And if anybody knows anything more about some people getting beaten with belts, just drop it in the chat. Go on, Pat.
So we have a lot of comments in here at the moment, and they're flying in. So we have Kieran Nixon saying, curious as hell the way Antony was left out, but I knew him, Fred, that Lauren Martinez went the Chris Brown concert last night, and the rest made it to practice, but not him, only him. So I don't know, was he busting a few spinning moves on stage with Chris Brown, was he?
Yeah, you knew that concert. You can get down with Chris Brown. I'm sure you can get down and play a football match. It's bizarre, isn't it?
Yeah, we have bad time at it again, saying, all right, Mr. B's beard matches Pat's hair. Thanks very much. This must go with the 40-year-old goal. We're trying to go with the 40-year-old goalkeepers.
41.
Yeah, 41.
Try 48. Yeah. Try 48.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you're not still playing football, Andy.
Yeah.
In my mind, I play football. Not with my legs, I don't.
We've Liverpool Stewart saying guitar all the way, unless it's someone richer. Now, Andy, before you came on, Mr. B was asking me, who do I want to come on and take over the club? I said, at this stage, does it make a difference who comes in? You can't do a worse job than what the Glazers are doing already.
Well, it's quite simple, Mr. Pat. So if Ineos come in and Sir Jim and they're visiting on Friday, we still got debt. There was no guarantees about investment in the stadium, investment with the training ground, investment with the women's team. invested in the local community. Well, Qatar had a 6-point bulletin, and it named every avenue of what we want and what they're willing to do. New stadium, or redevelopment of the stadium, investment in the women's team, the men's team, a war chest that could build a Death Star twice over to rule the galaxy, or rule the Premier League anyway, and to build and invest into the community, a new training facility. I mean, imagine a little training facility like what they have at City. It's right. I live on the back of it. It's right next to me. If they had that at Old Trafford, they had a little mini 10,000 reserve stadium. All the reserves play there. You won't have to go all the way to Lee Sports Village get on the bus, and it's like an hour and a half on the East Lancs going down in the traffic. And it's there, and the tram's there. Everything there would be there in an absolute great setting at Old Trafford. New stadium, facilities, revenue, interactions with the fans, consulting the fans, give the fans, put fans on the board. I don't know. It could happen. I'm sure they're more than welcome for ideas from the fans.
I mean, the thing is, I always wonder when they talk about getting these fans, fans' opinions and that. To be honest, if you're spending your own money, or in some cases you're borrowing other people's millions, why are you going to take notice? The Glazers have done it for nearly 20 years. They haven't given a fuck about what the fans think. So what makes them think that the fans, the fans have a voice? But before we go, Matthew Bassett, thank you very much, mate. Really appreciated, man. Really appreciate it. I forgot the question that I asked now. Maybe I should have just carried on before I cut myself off.
In fairness, Andy, you make a fair point. So it is all about investment into the club and into the ground.
I'll say this. These owners are willing to sit down with fans. The Glazers have given 3 interviews in the best part of 17 years. And
one's are where he gets chased down the road with a camera and a microphone, is it?
Yeah, that was it. And one when he was about to have his nice sirloin steak, and he's having a burrito and he gets a microphone shoved up his face, or he's going for these vegetables. Excuse me, are you ripping off the fans? It looks like a Jabba Up rejects, doesn't it? Slime ball. So yeah, you know what I mean? When they're caught with the pants down, they don't want to say anything. So
Kieran Nixon agrees with you, Andy, saying Qatar sounds like they have good intentions, and hopefully they learned their mistakes with having player power rule in the club. We have Bart is a serious fan saying, should United play Kobe Mainoo and Casemiro together and give Pellistri a start? Like, it all depends on, I'd say, I wouldn't say a start. I don't think a start. I think you'll probably see them being brought on if we get that goal or two.
Yeah, you navigate that first 45 minutes, and if you're in a position, they still have to score 3, then do it.
Yeah. I don't think, judging by Eric's starting 11 all the time, I really don't think he's going to do it.
Love do I. No. Newbie, okay. Is it me who doesn't know Mad Red Neil?
No, Mad Red Neil's been out in the last couple of shows. There he is, but welcome anyway, Mad Red Neil. Bart spitting some honest truth again. Pellistri has La Liga experience too, which is a good one to have.
What's he?
He was on loan with
Almira. Was it Almira, Getafe? One of them teams that he hardly played for. Yeah, but one of the lower level ones he was at. To be fair,
it was fighting a relegation battle. Right, fair enough.
Limbo's saying Pellistri deserves a chance to start. Bill Baggio saying Pellistri, Sancho, and Garnacho with Weggy on top. But unfortunately, Bill, I think that Garnacho's out now with ligament problems there for the next while, so we're not going to see him being involved in the club, in any of the games. And everybody's saying even and all. I can't keep up with all the evenings. Bill Baggio says wants to put Mainoo in. I think a lot of us want to see Mainoo be added into the squad because he seems to be earning the right to get in there. Everybody seems to be happy with him. MUFC saying, nice to see a Real Madrid fan on the show. This is Senor Andy Tato we brought in all the way from Real Madrid. For everybody tonight.
Senor Faulty, is it? Well, your pasta is not ready. We have the paella. That was a mix of Italian, I know. Hola. How's it? Hola, senor.
We have Stuart Marshall saying Andy would be a great owner. How's the bank balance, pal?
Yeah, well, I'm still saving up for me Ultimate Optimus Prime, so that's my main priority first. Not on football club, I'm afraid.
We have UK Strange saying good evening, people. We have Vincent
Mr.
Bullock
UK
saying
Strange.
hi from Vincent Bullock. We have Robbie Norman in the house saying Hala Madrid. We have Vincent Bullock. When you say fans, Andy, do you really mean fans or people pretending to be fans? I can't remember which one that was in. You have to remind us what that was now.
There's an element of there's an element online that are not fans. They're fans of other teams, and they're scared. That's what it is. They pretend to be United fans and get in the chat, and they cause the hate sometimes. Then they're like, "Oh no, we don't want guitar. We don't want guitar. We don't want this." Glazers are great. Glazers are what they done wrong. So you know what I mean? It's the way social media is done for the last 10, 15 years. So that's it. It's rival fans scared. Like I say, most fans now want United. Sky are scared. The media are scared. There was a stupid report on, there was banners on Sunday. They want the Qatari, what you call it, post. And it was somebody holding a little sign saying we don't want the Qataris, and it was on the BBC. BBC mainstream made it big. And there was an allegation going around. I think my brother seen this. The guy who tweeted it has been alleged he bought the girl the ticket and gave him the poster. So she put it up and took a picture. So Lord, the BBC man who's allegedly reported this supplied the ticket for the person to display the poster at the ground. It's amazing what you know, isn't it? Mainstream media, best in the world. They don't want it, mate, because they will lose their access to the club. That's what they're scared of. All the journalists. Do you know what? I love it. I love it.
We have Michael Hill in the house there shouting out, saying, quite looking forward to watching liver sausage and chips go out against Madrid. One title in 30 years.
Liver sausage.
We have Stuart Marshall saying, Mad Red Neil, top red goes home and away. We have here Zubvid saying, yes, love to see more of Palestri saying. Vincent Bullock saying, Stuart Marshall, only for me and cup finals in the UK only. And then you have, thank goodness Sabistar is back to break up the McFred twins. Hope the coach learned his lesson from the past and present. What you make of that, lads?
I did a dance, I tell you, because I can't. I know there's people in the chat who will say that, you know, McFred got us to a final, blah, blah, blah. I don't give a flying fuck. I don't want them to start again.
I agree with Mr. B. They play brilliant separately, but together, it's like fucking jelly and ice cream. It does not mix. You know what I mean? It just does not mix.
We have Vincent Bullock here saying, watch it, Andy, the mainstream media might get you fired from your job laughing out loud.
What job? Oh, you're going to come to my warehouse? Fuck off. That's why they won't have me on Sky.
They might cut your fingers out and put one of the. No, that's what I like to hear. That's what I like to hear.
You're not supposed to have freedom of speech anymore, and it's like I'm sick of that. I watched the Overlap a few weeks ago. Journalists like that, a lot of match-going fans don't want this. You don't speak for me, boy. You don't speak for me at all. You don't speak for most of it. I know many Man United fans who want the Qataris in, like the United fans were singing on Sunday. Take your money, fuck off home, and because that's what we're all singing out in the Stretford End. Take your money, off home. Yeah, clear as day. But the media won't broadcast that. It's what they're good at.
Protection.
Oh yes.
Guys, we're holding up people from watching the Real Madrid game. We did have something else to talk about. But Pat, if you can say his name, we can discuss it really quickly. If you can't, then that's a wrap.
I'm gonna embarrass myself because I'm going by what the commentators are saying, and it sounds like Kvaratskhelia or something like that. It sounds like, but this fella is playing okay. This Georgian lad he's 22 years of age, and he's currently valued at about 60 million pounds. Now he plays predominantly as a left winger, but he can play as a 10 and he can play as the right winger. Now, guys, like everything else, I don't get to watch the Italian football as much as I'd like to. But this fella seems to be doing a lot of link-up play with Osimhen, assisting a lot of goals, and he's picking up goals as well as assisting. Now, the only problem with this is, sorry?
Napoli,
right. Okay, right.
He's at Napoli now, right? Now, the only problem with that is, Andy, like every other player we have to do our homework on YouTube when we find out about him is, we know what Jamba the Jamba looked like on YouTube when we first seen him, but when he got to us, he's only good at warm on the bench. So, but I don't know if you have any background on him, but this fella is being touted around to Man City and Man United at the moment.
You're asking me and Andy if we've got any background.
Most Italian I had was I got an Italian pasta bake from Aldi on Monday. It's in my freezer.
That was made in Germany.
I got an Italian pasta bake in the freezer for next week. And I watched Inter Milan Porto last night, so I do qualify on that. And I had an Italian beer tonight at the pub with my meal.
Jesus Christ, Andy. Well, look, guys, we don't want to be holding you up. We really, really don't. Pat, bless you, man. Andy, listen, man. If we had known that you were just a jumper, we would have got you one right from the start, man. But I like the way that you hijack these things. It's good, man. I love it. I'm loving it, guys. As always, we say every week, you don't have to be here. We appreciate that you are. You've got a couple of minutes settled down before we laugh at the event that's going to be the Liverpool mauling. And hopefully next season we will be there on Tuesdays and Wednesdays.
It's not a question of if, it's just when. You know what I mean? We're doing it. We're doing it. So don't worry about it.
I'll take that all week.
And enjoy the match.
See, Pat, thank you again, mate. I know you was straight in and out. I did catch you picking your nose, and I'm really glad. If you missed it, if you missed it, guys, just rewind to the beginning of the video and leave a comment. Let me know if it was his right finger, his left finger, or his thumb. Guys, this has been the Man United Agenda, guys. Peace out. Cheers. Thanks for watching.